And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome out to the Aloha State of Mind podcast on this Tuesday. It is November 17th, 2020. My name is Mark Easy. Thanks for joining us.
How's it going? How you going, Mark?
I'm good. I'm good. Hopefully, everyone out there is having a great day, a great holiday season. We're ramping into Thanksgiving, and hopefully, the holiday spirit will fill everyone with some joy this year, especially with the crazy world and crazy times we live in right now.
Right. Guess what my name is, Mark?
What's your name?
My name is DJ Freyan. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I don't know what, dude. I feel so weird today.
Why is that?
Because, like, I don't know. I feel good. Like, normally, the past couple of weeks has been pretty hard, people passing away, and I got really nobody to talk to about it here in Vegas. Well, I do, but I don't. But today I feel good. And today I think our show is gonna tap on a few different things. And I'm excited to get down with it, man. I mean, I know today's show is not gonna be that long, so
you never know. You always say that. But we might have people tap in on the topics we speak about tonight. So you never know how long it go. We gotta say, what's up? Jazzy says hi, Fuffy, and loving the hat. We got the comments going already. I don't know if you can see it, but
no, I can't see it. Why can't I see it?
Well, can you see the screen in front of, like, where we're broadcasting from? It should be right under us.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. So. Hey guys, it's good to see you again. Well, I personally can't see you, but it's good to hear from you again. I'm actually excited to be down in San Diego this coming week, I guess.
Right,
I'm gonna be there for a whole week, dude. I'm gonna be there from Tuesday to Saturday.
Well, hopefully you can break the California curse.
You know what? I'm breaking it. I'm telling you now. I'm breaking that California curse right now. And the reason why,
let's do it.
It can't get any worse than it happened last time. I mean, I went through 3 cars, two breakdowns, 1 heroin addict crashing into my car, losing money, gaining money, losing money again. I mean, I couldn't get any worse, dude. I had to take an Uber back home. So
yeah, definitely a roller coaster ride, but we, ups, downs, and I think your life is kind of leveling off right now. So the hills and valleys, and then once you get to level ground, it feels good for a while to be level ground. You don't need that to be elevated up more. You can just kind of be like, this is cool, just being like this. Right. I don't have to move up yet.
Well, I think I'm excited to see and the family again. So that's one thing when I go to California. Also, next week we're gonna try again to have Vanessa Bison join us on the show. That was her. This is I was so interested in getting her story out there, and it just got.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went to.
And then it was good. And then the other.
So,
yeah, you guys know about that?
Right. I'm a Guinness 17 times over. So I was like, oh my God, okay, we got to stop this. Because her story is so interesting.
Yeah, maybe she needs to chime in. Maybe she needs to go to like a Starbucks if her kids are using the internet.
Well, I already talked to her about having them stay off the internet for a little while, let the bandwidth stay within just her phone.
Right.
And so we should have a good connection. But also, I while I'm there, I'm gonna see if I can get a hotel room up in LA, because I want to go visit my friend Ruby's new restaurant.
Right.
And they have a patio seating and everything, and they're open for deliveries and all that kind of stuff. So I want to go check them out if I can. I don't know.
Maybe we can. Well, you think that's sad? Oh, yeah, it might be tough, but I mean, we'll see if we can work it on. I'd love to go up there too and just kind of hang out, but with all the depends how the lockdown and all this weird stuff that's going on pans out within the next week or so. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. But yes,
we'll play it by ear. I mean, if it's still open, it's open. And again, I don't know if I will be able to get a hotel. And the thing is, it's only like what 2 hours from where you live, 2.5 hours.
Right, I think about 2 hours. Shouldn't be more than 2.
right? And we go there, we eat in Pao. But
Yeah.
the reason why I'm staying out there is because like I don't like to travel. Like by the time I get there, it's gonna be like 4 or 5 o'clock. Gonna visit with her and her family and all that stuff,
Right.
and eat at the. So we're looking
Yeah.
at 6 o'clock.
Yeah. And
So
it's your friend's restaurant, so you're gonna destroy yourself. So.
oh, dude,
So you're
she
not gonna
has
feel
like
like driving after.
she has like the most. She's posting pictures of all this food, right? Like
Right.
kalbi and musubis and all kind of stuff. Dude, I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
you're killing me, lady. So, but she's gonna be so disappointed in me because when
Right.
we used to dance together in the clubs, like
Mhm.
we were house dancers and freestyle
Mhm.
dancers. I was all
Mhm.
skinny back then,
Right.
right? Now she's gonna look at me like, bro, what did you do? Eat like a second version of yourself? So
Yeah,
it's
that's
basically
just
what it is.
time, time and everything. Unless you're
Time and a fat and
unless you're Jax, then maybe you can
yeah.
but
That's
it's all
another
good.
thing. So I talked to Dex the other day.
Uh-huh.
I talked to Dex the other day, and
Hmm.
he was actually like, "Yeah, I'm still doing my workouts and all that, but
Yeah.
um,
Uh-huh.
they're packing up their house now,
Right, right.
like actually in the pod and everything." I got
Mm-hmm.
my timelines wrong. I thought they were gonna be up in up here for Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving?
but it's not
Right.
gonna be Thanksgiving. They're looking at
Christmas.
December. Yeah,
Uh
so um,
I see, I see. That's good.
but yeah, so. Yeah, there's a lot of things gonna go on next week. So I'm looking forward to everything. So for the time being, I'm just staying at home, eating my ravioli and
Oh,
mac and cheese. Just
right,
getting ready
right.
for next week.
See, Val says yes, Korean barbecue. She's been on like this, wanting to do this Korean barbecue kick. She's like, feel free to come down so we can eat Korean barbecue because no one else in the
Yes,
family likes Korean barbecue except me and her. So she's like, she wants to get some Korean barbecue over here when you come
let's,
down. So
let's do
that
it.
with
I'm down for
that
it.
that with freaking Thanksgiving, sheesh, that's gonna be a
Well, I mean,
quite a
I
mhm.
already gained like 15 pounds. I think I don't know from this quarantine stuff. I was down to like three. I was down to like two. I
Right.
think maybe 220. Now I'm up to
Hmm.
240. Oh my goodness! But I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll lose it later.
Right.
So,
Right.
but yeah. So we're gonna go to Korean barbecue and all that. And well, see the thing is, even if they did like it, like everybody in your house, other than like me and you, everybody just eats like birds. Like they don't eat a lot. They don't eat a
True.
lot. I
Well,
mean,
well,
neither do I.
Jazzy, but Jazzy likes all the fast food stuff. So
You're right. Like you put
yeah,
like McNuggets in front of her, she'll just keep going until it's all gone.
yeah, she could definitely get down with a McNugget buffet if there was one. McDonald's had a buffet, man. She definitely get her money's worth. But
Yeah, she'll just take the pan, just take the whole pan. Just take it.
hey, we gotta say, how's it to? Is this Frank Kajigao? Is that one of your friends, Frank Kajigao? Kajigao?
I don't know. I really don't think so, but
Okay.
could be. Oh, here's a friend of mine. I'm sorry.
Okay. I don't know how to say the name. I butcher a lot of names and screen names when I
Oh, that's
stream.
Bozo. Oh, for real? What's up, son?
Hmm.
So okay, so Bozo, he used to work at a few nightclubs. He's a bartender and manager at a few nightclubs in Hawaii. And I think the last one that I remember him at was Red Velvet or whatever the hell that place is called. Done by CompUSA.
Oh yeah, Velvet. No, yeah, Velvet Touch was
Velvet
the
Velvet
Velvet
Lounge.
Lounge. Yeah.
Something like that. But I think he's here in Vegas, so
Oh,
what's
okay.
up, Lounge man? Haven't seen you in forever, dude. But I'm
Oh,
glad
I
that
think I think I remember. Didn't you work with Dustin at one of those? No, maybe not. Never mind. Maybe wrong. I thought maybe you
well,
worked with Dustin.
I know that he again like he was in the scene for a long time, like Hawaii and all that stuff, bartending and
Right.
managing. And I think he's a manager again, either nightclub or bar manager here in Vegas. So
Okay, gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
which
Roger
is
that.
good.
Okay. Yeah, we're just hanging out today, and we're just gonna talk stories since we didn't have a guest. We didn't really line anything up, so yeah, we're just here to talk story. And if anybody has some conversation in the chat you want to talk about, definitely feel free to hit it up in the chat and let us know. And also be sure to don't forget to host, share, like all those good stuff. So we're trying to grow the podcast now that we're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch now. So we definitely want you guys to host and share, let people know what we're doing here. And we got a lot of up and coming guests coming to the podcast real soon. So definitely be sure to get all those social media kind things out for us so we can definitely grow it out. So
well, I think that okay. So there's a subject that we were talking about just before the show,
right.
and it's kind of a thing that actually hits us personally because we've worked on the radio, we've
Right.
worked with a lot of these guys. In fact, all three of them,
Right.
we've worked with all three of these guys
Right.
in their careers. And there's a controversy going down in Hawaii where they were doing what was it? Island 985, right?
Right. It's kind of like a telethon type thing for a food bank or something or another.
Okay, so the Hawaii Food Bank.
Mm-hmm.
They're I guess they were conjoining together to benefit the Hawaii Food Bank, doing a radiothon where you can call in and you can pledge money and all this kind of stuff. And they have live performances by local artists that all this kind of stuff. And they had Paula Fuga, which is she was featured on like America's Got Talent.
No, she's on American Idol. American Idol.
American Idol. That's it.
She had that shirt. This is like I don't know, like season on the early seasons. I think with Jonah Moananu, that she had that shirt. Big Girls Rock back in the day. Like that was her. That was her niche kind of thing when she was on American Idol. But anyways, continue.
yeah. No, and so I remember seeing her. I was like, oh, right on, rock on. She was always such a sweet lady. Like she's always such a sweet girl. Like you could just tell in her voice. Like after she sang, you're real humble.
Right.
But anyway, so she was performing and she did a song, and then they started interviewing her. And it was the Wake Up Crew. So these guys are well known in the radio industry. These guys are well known around the island.
Right. And, Rory's like 20, maybe even 20 plus years in radio, like iconic radio personality in Hawaii. So it's like a household name almost.
Yeah, like Rory Wild. I remember him. Yeah, honestly, I was thinking about when I remember him being on the morning show like 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute for sure.
Right, like he had Greg Hammer on his show. He had all these guys, Ugly Bucky,
Mike G. They had what's her name? Shalyn Cole.
Shalyn Cole, yeah.
I think that was the original Rory, Greg Hammer, and Shalyn Cole, I think.
Right. And then of course they had Mike G doing all the stupid stuff on the street.
Right.
And then they had Danger Boy Sean, whatever. I forgot his last name. I actually went to school with the guy. But
yeah, I forget his name too.
He was doing they called him just Danger Boy because he used to do all crazy stuff. And so they know what is up. And they were talking to her, and she was telling a story about how the food bank helped her and her family because she was homeless. And she had to literally, it's dark out in the night, and she had to dig her hand into the trash can to eat out of the trash. And as a joke, Slick Vic, he said, like, did you have to put it on a plate or did you? And so, they kind of laughed it off. But the thing is, what they didn't realize at the time when they first started joking about it is that she was telling a very intimate story about herself. Right. But again, you're on radio, spare the moment. You're trying to make it funny. You're trying to levitate the situation. And and so she's like, why you gotta be a jerk? Like, what's your problem? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, and so they got into this thing where he's like, yeah, there's a trash can over there. And then Crazy Oshiro said, why, just in case she gets hungry. Oh, when I heard that, dude, I was like, oh, their careers are over, dude. Like I already knew that they put themselves in a position where you're making fun of somebody's personal experience. It's not just a general statement. It's not just a joke to 1,000 people.
Right.
It's taking it upon themselves to joke about her. Now, I don't think like we were talking about. You and I
Yeah.
both don't. We know Vic and we know
Right.
Crazy. I don't know Crazy as much as I know Vic. I know Vic more. He's not. He wasn't doing it in a malicious way. Um, but it came off that way because it was a personal experience to her. Um, and so she was like, like she was telling all the kids, there's gonna be adults. Even as an adult, you're gonna get made fun of. I don't even feel. I feel so bad. I don't even want to sing anymore. So she got off. Like it was such a bad situation that went bad real quick.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and so I like personally, I know Vic. He's not a bad guy. I know his family. I know his kids. They're a great family. Um, but he does have a way of not thinking when he makes certain jokes. He's not thinking of the situation because you want to make it you want to levitate the situation. You want to make it funny, and
Right.
you
Right.
have only a certain amount of time on radio. Like they say, 1 second is an hour. Dead air is like not. So you just made a joke offhand, and man, the backlash for that, dude. So
Yeah, it's crazy what happened, and like you gotta understand that it happened all in like a matter of like a minute's time, maybe even
yeah,
not that much. And the thing you gotta understand is, like you said, Vic is like, you know what I mean. When it comes to morning shows, there's roles. You know what I mean. Like Rory's the main guy. He's the driver. You know what I mean. He's the guy who navigates the conversation, and then you got the guy who's supposed to be funny. You know what I mean. So you got to have
hmm
the comedian, the jokester, and whatever. So I think that's where Vic comes in, and you say things that happen, and it happens so quickly, and what I mean, you feel like I think we discussed this earlier. Like if you ever watch Joe Rogan podcast, they talk about like like stuff like on the spur of the moment when when you're a comedian, well, especially when you're a comedian, you just say things on the fly because what I mean, it just pops to your mind, and then after you say it, you're like, oh crap, did I really say that?
right.
But at the spur of the moment, it's like it's live radio, it's a live, comedy show, whatever it is. So, what I mean, it just pops out, and then after it's like, and once you say it, you can't take it back. So, and so I think that's what occurred there. Like I don't think, like you said, we discussed this. I don't think he really said it out of malice or from like a, I mean, like a dark place or anything like that. So, what I mean, I think it was just something that shouldn't have been said, obviously, but it was said, and what I mean, there's no, you can't undo it. You can't undo like the things you do. So that was just what happened there, I believe.
Yeah, there's so many times that you've seen radio jocks and DJs and podcasters, like you bring up Joe Rogan, when he was talking to somebody on his podcast about Chris Cyborg, the MMA female MMA
Right.
athlete. Like he was like, yeah, like they're talking about something like, oh, she didn't make weight. It's like, well, maybe she just cut off her dick. Like he made a joke because she's so buff and so big, but it was a joke. They
Right.
both laughed and they moved on, but at the same time, it was like somebody personal, and she
Right.
was like, I can't believe you said that. Like I'm a,
Mhm.
I'm a female. Like what do you know? And so he had backlash from that, but at the same time, I mean, he said it. They know each other. They hang out, together. They've had steaks together. They gone out to dinner and all that kind of stuff. But it's just a joke that he said off key and offhand. I
Right.
think the same thing happened here with Paula. Now, another reason why this is such a big deal is because she's such a sweet girl
Hmm.
that everybody in Hawaii that's ever seen her perform, anybody, I mean, she'll stand there and talk with you, even though she's supposed to be at another gig. She'll stand there and talk with you and like half an hour, like, oh, I gotta go, I'm already late. But um, like I think because she's such a sweet girl, when she got attacked that way on live, radio in
Right.
public, that's when everybody just went nuts, dude.
Yeah. It was a crazy backlash, and Joel's saying here both their Instagram section was getting hammered by the whole state. Like I've seen and it wasn't like Vic didn't even post anything, Crazy didn't post anything, but like their last picture, if you just look at their last posted picture, like from a few days ago, all the comments were like, man, just like slamming them, you know what I mean? So
like
it was, the picture had nothing to do with what happened, but that was the way people were just connecting to them, was going on the Instagram and just shooting up, filling up the comments with just, some, some crazy things.
So Nicole was saying that it was wrong though, and if it was a mistake, then they were there. Then there was a mistake. Then there should have been a sincere and public apology. Now, for guys like everybody in the normal world, I understand that, and Nicole, you're absolutely right, 100%. But they have to deal with corporate things when it comes down to controversy. They had their main broadcast family is iHeartRadio, which is the biggest in the world, and so they might have said something stupid, but they were already told, shut up, don't go on social media, let us deal with this first, and then you guys can, we'll tell you what to say. So they really couldn't, for a couple of days there, they couldn't do anything. I've known this because I've been a part of a situation like that when I was working at I-94, where I said something stupid. You know what I said? It was on the Nine show too. There was Christina Aguilera was coming to the Blaisdell, coming to Hawaii, and as a joke, I was like, "Yeah, we got Christina's a gorilla coming in," and like it was just literally 2 seconds, but Alan Oda's like, no, you suspended, dude. You can't come in for 2 weeks. Can't say a shit like that to a performer that we're sponsoring being here, And then later on, I had to put out an apology and all that kind of stuff. And then my stupid ass said, Naleo, remember when Naleo Pilimehana was around?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Naleo Pikamanoza. And oh my God, I got in trouble with that too. So I understand why they didn't do it automatically. Now, I was just talking to Mark earlier on before the show. If Vic, knowing the fact that she was getting upset, and he was actually apologizing on air, like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. And he was saying like that. If he would have actually got up, stood up, gave her a hug online, on air, because they're videotaping it, right? And just showed love automatically, then she would have been like, you know what, it's all good. Like, we joke around, but yeah, this happens. I'm just going to sing my next song. Right. It could have gone down a lot different, but the way they handled it initially, I think that's what everybody just kind of jump on their backs about it.
Right. But the thing you guys got to understand too is like when you're like being from a broadcaster type experience and perspective, like when situations like that do occur, you know what I mean, you don't know at that moment, you said something wrong, but you don't know the gravity of the situation. You don't know, like, you didn't know it was going to be such a backlash. It could have went either way. People could have just said, it's a joke, and not care, not care, but not have blown it up. But this was just one of those social media things that just got blown to freaking smithereens. And so at the moment, you don't know if it's that bad. And at the same time, when you're doing a live show, telethon type thing, you got a lot of things going through your mind that you got to take care of. So, you know what I mean? So you're not always going to be able to reach out and connect to that person. And I looked at his Vic's Instagram and Facebook about an hour ago. He did do a public apology, and he actually said that he was under almost like a gag order from the radio station, and now he actually got, I believe he said he actually got let go. So he said he's no longer with them, so he can openly be apologetic about it. And he stated that he was kind of he has his demons. He said he was also homeless. He grew up homeless, eating out of trash cans and whatnot. And so, you know what I mean? So he's just trying to apologize after the fact. But I mean, like I said, when you are under a contract with those kind of big name companies like iHeartMedia, whatever the case may be, at that point, you got to just abide by what they say. If they put a gag order on you, whatever, or whatever they say, don't say nothing. You can't really say nothing because you got to figure this is this guy's livelihood for some odd years. So, what I mean? Especially in times like this, what I mean? It's going to be hard to be like, well, if you lose your job, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Especially this way. So, yeah, so he did put out that apology, and I think people kind of knew he wasn't stating it in malice. But like I said, the initial knee-jerk reaction is to just freaking want to kick everybody's butt. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I hope that especially because if you're from Hawaii, if you've ever lived in Hawaii, you know how family Ohana Hawaii people are, even if they don't know you. So I just hope that with this apology, and hopefully he can talk to Paula personally, and kind of smooth this over, because I know there's gonna be people out there that's gonna be like, yeah, if I ever see that guy at a Costco, I'm just gonna knock him out. I ain't even gonna talk to him. I mean, literally, I've seen that happen. Like Mike G used to, skinny white Mike G. He used to get into a lot of trouble because he'd say stupid stuff and do stupid stuff. And people would just like literally walk up to him while he's shopping at like Safeway and just crack him in the face. He'll go down for a minute and it's like, Brad, you want to keep talking? And he's like, that's my job, dude. Like, I'm supposed to be the idiot. Like, what do you want me to do? But people don't understand, like, that they have lives outside of the radio. And, Slick Vic has a family. He's got kids. He's got a, nice wife and everything. And hopefully people don't take this outside on their own.
Right.
I mean, there's, if you look at all the comments on their pages and everything, yeah, you already get if I see y'all, all that kind of stuff. If I ever see him in public, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and hopefully nothing, happens that way.
Yeah,
because that'd just be, again, that'll just make it worse, because now the controversy can kind of fade away. The food bank, in fact, I think I went to Paula's page and she said, you support the food bank, all this kind of stuff, and they got a lot of support. But at the same time, this is not how they wanted it to be. So yeah. And yes, people make mistakes. Hell, dude, I made 1,000 mistakes in my life, like probably about 10,000. Said stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just gotta learn how to. I don't know, man. I've never got into that situation where I personally had, like, said stupid stuff and had 3,500 people want to kill me. So
right. Yeah, Nicole chimed in and said, everyone makes mistakes or says something stupid at some point. A person's character isn't determined by their mistakes, but rather what they do when they make mistakes. That apology shows that he does have character. So
see, that's what I'm saying. Like right there, that sums it all up on how you're supposed to act.
Right.
Because I mean, we all make mistakes, dude. Especially on the radio, where it's like live or die by the second.
Right, and that's the thing, is just like, I'm sure everyone's so quick to judge, like not saying what he said was correct by all means, but everyone's so quick to judge. But the thing is, like, how many people out there probably said something dumb like that in their lifetime, but it wasn't on a public forum because they're not in that position to be a speaker or in a public forum that's broadcasted out there. So they might have said it in person. So, like, who are we honestly to judge? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, even radio people, like, okay, like I look at Howard Stern as like the top shock jock ever, and he said some stupid things in his life, but he never, for some odd reason, he made it so that it's never a personal attack on anybody. It's a more general, like, if he's attacking homeless or, people, whatever, Like he wouldn't say like, "Oh, you need." Like he wouldn't make a joke like, "Oh, you can eat out of our trash can." Like he wouldn't say that. You know what I mean?
Right.
He'd just be like there's people that eat out of trash cans. Maybe you know somebody had a leftover burger from L&L's or from In and Out. I mean, that's a good meal. Like he'll say it like that
Right,
instead
right.
of like, "Do you want to eat out of our trash cans?" So I think you need to find that balance. Sometimes Vic will. I mean, I've known her for a long time. Especially in
Right.
the club
Same here.
scene back when,
Hmm.
yeah, the club scene back when there was no cell phone cameras and all that shit. We would say a lot of stupid things, and we've done a lot of stupid things. But I've never known him to be like evil or mean. He just says that as a joke, you know.
Right.
So, but yeah, a lot of people can take it how they take it. Personally, I know the guy on a personal level, so I can't say that he's a mean guy. You know,
Hmm.
if anybody's ever met him, like sometimes he'll say jokes like in public, not realizing, dude, you're a public figure. You're on the radio. People listen to you. You can't say the N word. You can't say, you know, FAG. You can't say stuff like that, you know, because you're a public figure. You're sitting in front of 100 people. They're listening to you.
Hmm.
Um, but again, we all say things that we
Yeah.
make mistakes. So
And here's the thing with radio and like having careers as such. I know like when I was doing radio and like I had some kind of controversial thing where I had you get terminated or you get suspended, whatever the case may be. And because you have such a passion, like especially someone who's worked in radio like 10, 15, 20 years, like Vic or a Rory or whatever it is, like if when you are pushed out like that, it's very hard to accept. So it's easy to go into some kind of depression. And the last thing, you know what I mean? Like I know everyone's like, oh, like I'll go lick him, I'll go and punch him in the face. But the last thing we want is for Vic to kind of fall into this depression. And especially in these times, and who knows, you know what I mean? He could easily fall down a dark path. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's the last thing we want to hear is like something happened to him. You know what I mean? Because like it's a crushing blow. Like trust me, like when you had a job, I guess any kind of job that you're passionate about and that you love, like if it gets ripped out of your life, just like a relationship, you know what I mean? Like if you're
yeah,
had a girlfriend for 15, 20 years or whatever, a marriage, and it just ripped from you, like, and it's you know what I mean? It just kind of it puts you in a bad place in life, not just mentally, physically, spiritually, in every way. So last thing I said we want is something to happen to the guys. So like I actually reach out to him on my Facebook because you know what I mean I know him personally, not good over the last whatever 20 years, but like you know what I mean I know him personally from we worked at the radio station together and the clubs and whatnot, and I just kind of say just keep your head up and like stuff happens, but just try
yeah.
and keep on pushing because I know from personal experience when you lose a job or you lose something like that, it can take you down a crazy rabbit hole spiral. And like I said, the
Right,
last thing we want is to see him in some kind of headline that's not so good.
right. I think like again, we all most of the people that we talked to lived in Hawaii at one point in time, or
Hmm.
lived or even came from Hawaii and all that kind of stuff. What the people need to do now, instead of being like, oh, blah 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 blah, I'm gonna lick him, all this, show some aloha. Like
Hmm.
you live in Hawaii. There's a reason why that they say the aloha spirit lives on. Show
Hmm.
some of that. Don't bring the negative, even more negative to this situation.
Right.
You know, have compassion. Like if this was your cousin or if this was your brother that made one mistake and lost
Hmm.
his job, you know, maybe never put the ketchup on right or whatever. Like he loses his job. He's got a family. He's got people to support. Um, Show some love. Tell him, hey,
Right.
Red, like you said, what you did. You know, keep your head up. There's better things in the future. Um, yeah, it sucks, but this is what's gonna happen. This is you gotta find something else now.
Right, right.
And the thing is, I was thinking to myself in the car today while I was driving around.
Mm-hmm.
Like they kind of put themselves in a controversial position where
Right.
you can't, like, back in the days, we all used to just jump radio stations all the time.
Right.
104.3, I-94, 102.7. Well, but now it's got a stigma to them where, like, if they try to go to 104.3, they'll be like, dude, are you kidding me? We can't put you on the radio. They will be chastised for what you did, you know.
Right.
But hopefully, he finds his path. Hopefully somebody
Mm-hmm.
says, you know what, we're gonna give you another chance. Don't mess up again.
Right.
Um, you know. So can I read this one? Mitch said, we live in
Yeah.
an outrage culture where everyone is quick to shit on you when you make a mistake and they refuse to let people earn their way back. Um, I agree with that 50-50. They're easy. Like, for myself, when I saw it, man, I was pissed off. I was like, dude, they're picking on this beautiful soul.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they picking on her? But and then that's my initial thought. And
Right.
then it was like, okay, they made a joke, they made a mistake. They probably knew her for so long that they just thought that they could say whatever. Um, but as they refuse to let people earn their way back, I don't think that's the case. I think you just got to make sure you earn your way back. You know, um, I think everybody makes mistakes. Everybody's not fallible. Um, and like say for example, Johnny Depp. Sooner or later, he's gonna get another job. Like, he got him and Amber Heard are going through a divorce and all crazy crap. He got taken
Right.
off of two really big franchises, but he's gonna come back. He's gonna,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna make a good movie. He's a good actor. It's um, so I think Vic is a talented radio host.
Right.
I think he's gonna as long as he earns his way back, people are gonna let him, especially in Hawaii. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it's funny because I look at your family when it comes to forgiveness,
Right.
like with Val, the way she can forgive. Oh my God, she's an angel, dude. um, like, just something happens to her, she's like, oh my God, I gotta, and then, like, literally 3 hours later, you want to go get ice cream. Like,
Mm-hmm.
weren't you just mad at each other? Like, weren't you just screaming at each other? Yeah, but that was like 4 hours ago, so we're good. Yeah, like, I just think forgiveness is earned, and if you do it, then you do it. If you don't earn it, you don't deserve it. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
Mitchell
It's a
Peruzi.
Yeah, it's a crazy situation, but I mean, I'm sure like things will, now that he has made that public apology. I'm sure things will kind of die down, and you know what I mean. Like, people
Yeah,
will understand, and I think they're just more. I think as time went by and there was no apology, but they didn't know the reason behind it. You know what I mean? Because of the situation where they are. You could literally be on a contract. You know what I mean? Not to
yeah,
say anything publicly, and but now, like he said, he got let go, and like now that he had actually put that out, I think people will it'll kind of douse out the fire a little bit. And
right,
also, I think people gotta understand is like Mitch was saying about the outrage and stuff, is just like, what does that do? Like, it's just adding fuel to the fire. You know what I mean? What we should be thinking is, what can we do? Let's have this man sit down with her one on one, or them two or them three sit down together and make come to resolve. You know what I mean? And just kind
right,
of like bury the hatchet, or whatever the case is, and just kind of give them their chance to apologize in person. And if they do, by all means. If they choose not to, and I mean, that's their prerogative. But then
right,
I mean, it just shows their character, which I'm pretty sure they would make the apology. But like, what can we do? We as humans, as people, we should be thinking like, what can we do to make this situation better, rather than what can we do to jump on a bandwagon and make this thing even worse.
right. Well, when I first saw it and I posted, like, it's a shame that they did that to her. All
Right.
they did was just bully her. I'm gonna
Mhm.
stick to my initial sedative. where um sentiment, my initial sentiment, that they did bully her. They
Mm-hmm.
but again, looking at the situation, and I saw that video multiple times.
Right.
Vic was not being harassing. Like he didn't harass her about it. He didn't like, oh yeah, I used to be, all that kind of stuff. Like he, I saw it again. It hurt her feelings, and that's the bad
Yeah.
part. That's what they shouldn't have done. And then of course, when one says something, then the other's got to back it up because that's just a funny back and forth play. And then Rory was like, and you could tell that Rory was like, "Oh, dude, okay, so yeah, we want to thank the food bank for sponsoring this, and we're getting a lot of great things." Like you could tell that Rory's kind of trying to pull them back while
Right.
they're still joking around.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons why he kept his job, because if you really listen to the video and watch the video, he was trying to pull them back. He's like, "Okay, let's stop with the jokes,"
Yeah.
like
Yeah. But
he's already
yeah,
crying.
honestly, when I first saw it, I wasn't sure if it was just like a, you know what I mean, when she said she was mad, I thought maybe she was just playing too at first. You know what I mean? I didn't think like, I thought she was just like playing like, oh, I'm gonna go off stage. Like I had to watch it a few times and then I started reading the comments. But actually, when I saw it first, I thought maybe she was just joking around right back at them. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't want to perform, like,
Right.
and I didn't think it was like she really took it. That's why I said at that point, I don't know if anyone knew the gravity of the situation. And like I said, I had to watch it a few times, and I was thinking, like, is she playing around? Like, is she like saying she's gonna, oh well, I don't want to perform, so let me leave the stage and just like, nah, just kidding. You know what I mean? Joke.
Yeah, I think she tried to play it off like try to
Right.
keep it light, because
Mhm.
I think initially she knew that it was just a joke that they were saying, but
Right.
then she lived that life. She actually had to do what she had to do to survive back in the days, and it all came back to her. So it's
Mhm.
like for her, it's like, yeah, we're gonna joke around, but Brad, like this is real for me.
Right.
Like, why are you being a jerk? Like this is real for me. Telling me that I can go eat out of your trash can,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
that's not,
Yeah,
um
that's definitely not cool.
yeah,
Well, by
and
any
so that's
means.
when it became real for her, she still tried to like laugh it off, like where's Splash, like get him back on. So
Right.
he was smiling, but during the smile you could tell the tears are coming. and
Right.
um and so when it became real for her, that's what she's like, I feel sad, I don't want to, like, you know um I don't even want to sing anymore. And they're at that point, that's when Slick Vic was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel. I'm sorry." And he was like trying to get her back on, but it was
Right.
just
Right.
too late. At that point, it was too late, dude. She was done. She's like, "I
Right.
feel like shit. You guys made me feel like an asshole, so you know, I'm done." So,
Mhm.
whoo, that was a big one, man. Like I haven't seen this kind of controversy in Hawaii in so long.
Yeah.
So, but I
Yeah.
hope that everything works out for everybody. Um,
Right.
because we talk about Vic because he was the main jokester,
Mhm.
and we know him more than anything else. Well, I don't know. You might know Crazy O more than anything because I don't really know him.
I only knew him briefly because we started at the radio station at the same time he was interning, but I didn't really get to know him because I only stayed at I think at I-94 for maybe about 2 or 3 years, and then I kind of went to different radio stations and then went island hopping and all that stuff. So I didn't really know him really well, so I can't really say I knew him, his character. But I also know Paula because she used to hang out with us when I was working at 104.3. Like when I moved back from Big Island in about 2003, she used to hang out with me, DJ Rude Dog, Udusai, all the guys over there at the
Yeah,
station.
yeah.
She used to come out and hang out with us at Blue Tropics with Jonah, Monanu, and all those people, Camille Velasco. So there was all kind of like the American Idols, like the people
Man, you
from
just
Hawaii. So
name dropping like Mark just name
no,
dropping.
it's not a name drop. It's just like we just hung out because they weren't at that time. They weren't like she didn't have her album out yet. Jonah was just kind of
Right,
they're just kind of relaxing off of the American Idol thing.
right. He
Paula,
wasn't a Hoku
Jonah,
Hanu Hanu
yeah,
award winner yet.
yeah, and
So
like what's his name? Camille wasn't really doing the Ellie Mac thing. She was just kind of, I think she just got recently let go off of that Motown contract or something.
Oh yeah.
And then she came back to the islands and started wanting to do island and reggae type music. So we are all just kind of just hanging. They were just hanging out the club back in, back in the early 2000s. So that's all it was. And we had some good times. And she was always, a super cool sister to hang around with.
Right.
Yeah. So.
When I used to hang out with my good friend The Rock. At Blue Tropics, looking at the monkey like flick us off. So, dude, I remember that, like, the monkey that used to be at Blue Tropics, he always used to flick us off, dude. Like, he'd scratch his butt and he'd. So, anyway. So yeah, like, I haven't seen this kind of controversy in a long time in Hawaii, which is a good thing. I don't like to see things like this happen, especially when it really didn't have to be this bad, but at the same time, it brings to light. Apparently, because I don't really listen to the show, the Wake Up Show, because we're in San Diego, we're in Vegas, and all that,
right?
But apparently, people were like, posting like on their comments, like, you guys are always talking down to your guests, you guys are always making fun of your listeners. You guys are always doing this, like, just being real assholes, all this kind of stuff.
Right.
And I was like, okay. And then I saw a comment a few times, actually, from different people about when Crazy O, a couple, maybe like a year or two ago, commented and made jokes about child molestation. When one of the girls that was on their show, like one of their guests, she was like, well, he said something like, oh, did you have to sit on your uncle's lap? And she's like, yeah, actually, like, my uncle made me do that kind of stuff. And then he's like, he said something, making fun of it, like, as a, and so, again, there's certain subjects that are so controversial and so personal to a lot of people,
right?
That I don't even know how he kept his job back then, but because of this situation, then that situation came up. And so, again, if you're on the radio and you say certain things, even just one time, you can paint yourself in a corner where nobody can hire you, even if they wanted to. Even if they said Marquise is the best radio jock I've ever heard, but we can't hire him. Slick Vic is the best guy that we've ever heard. He could have been like the next Howard Stern, but we can't hire him because everybody in Hawaii hates him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this kind of thing might last for a couple years, So he might not be on the radio, or who knows? Maybe like 102.7 is like, what? Screw it, we'll take him. We'll make it controversial. Everybody's gonna want to listen to him because he's controversial. But you never know. So
yeah, it could go various ways. But like I said, I wish him nothing but well wishes out to him. Like I said, one mistake doesn't define yourself. So but that's all good. Like, hopefully, like I said, people will just kind of take things into perspective and maybe go more of the route. What can we do to remedy the situation? And I don't think knocking him out is a remedy to the situation. I think it just causes more problems.
In fact, like, to me, if I see him on the street, we're gonna talk about it. Like, hey, bro, like, man, let me ask you something. Like, I come with, like, if I didn't even know them, like, say if I seen Vic or Crazy on the street and I didn't know him, I was like, dude, let me ask you something. What made you say it? Like, why did you say it? Like, if it's just a joke and it's like off the cuff and you didn't take that extra second to think about it, then I can understand. You know what I mean? Like, you apologize and all this kind of stuff. You still might be a good guy. But if I came up to the street and it said, well, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want, like, then I'll be like, okay, I'm knocking you out. But most likely, if you come to them with a genuine question and try to understand the situation, then they'll,
like, really what I think it basically is just like you and me know, like, and everyone knows, like, even like as a streamer now, like, I'm not on the radio, but when you see things like written in the chat or things said, you're gonna like automatic react. And like a lot of people, like if you're the jokester, you're gonna say like you're gonna try to make a joke out of it. You see something funny, you're gonna try to put your twist on it, and you're just
Right.
gonna just kind of snap back. Like if someone says something, you'd be like, oh yeah, what about blah blah? You know what I mean? You're gonna thinking that it's funny. And like I said, this comes back to the Joe Rogan thing, is where you just kind of you're initially reacting to somebody. And and if your role is the jokester, you're gonna try and twist everything into a joke because that's your job. Sometimes it's gonna be freaking sometimes it's gonna come up roses, and sometimes it's gonna come up not roses. And this was one of the times where it came out really crappy.
Right. Again, I listen to my favorite comedian is Bill Burke, and he says controversial things all the time.
Right.
Saturday Night Live, all this kind of stuff. Like, there's what they call it, a cancel culture, or and even he's like, there's no such thing. Like, yeah, there's people out there that are like in groups. Like,
Right.
I joined a group that say that we don't like dogs, whatever. And then somebody gets offended by that and offended by this. Everybody's offended because the internet now and the way media is projected. You can get online and just say what the hell you want, off your phone on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, like, if you just do what you want to do, like do what you have to do, if people don't like it, then they'll, sooner or later they'll just forget about you. But if you have a good heart and they know where you're coming from, then it's a different story. But there's always going to be somebody to offend, and I think this one they just offended a lot of people, and they're like, oh, geez. Especially in Hawaii, like the culture in Hawaii is so different. Like Vegas, we don't care about each other. Like Vegas is like, okay. If it happened in North Vegas, South Vegas don't know about it. You know what I mean? Like, there's killings, there's black people getting run over, killings, and all this kind of stuff in North Vegas. We don't hear about it. In like Southwest, that's not our world. But in Hawaii, dude, if it happened in Waianae, everybody knows it in Waimanalo. You know what I mean? So it's again, it is what it is. I think when the apologies start coming out, like Vic's apology, I think it's genuine. I think his apology. He even said, like, I couldn't talk about this because of my job, but now that I let go, I can say what I need to say. He tried to get in touch with Paula, but again, as of right now, he couldn't. But that could change tomorrow. She might get the email saying Vic wants to talk to you, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll talk to him," because it was a 30-second thing between them. I look at it. It's kind of like if somebody yells at you during the day, like road rage. Are you gonna let that 20 seconds of road rage ruin your whole 12-hour day? It's kind of like that. Like that 30-second interaction or 1 minute interaction between them, is it going to ruin their friendship that only started like 10-15 years ago, that could last a lifetime? So we'll see. Let
me check this out. I'm gonna try to do the screen share thing and see if we can hear this come up. It's not working.
Not working.
Not working.
Mitchapalooza, because I haven't really listened to them since Twitch started. Because you're so busy modding,
Why is this thing not working? Wait, let's try this again. I'm watching this thing on Twitch where it's like this guy Hawaiian Infamous Mix played, and he was playing something by Paula Fuga. So I was trying to see, maybe we can do like because some people do this where they do like kind of like a watching party or something where they kind of watch things. So I was just trying to see if we could do that just to keep things interesting and keeping things fresh. You know what I mean? Trying to keep fresh.
Well, dude, we've been on for like an hour already.
I know. The thing don't work. Why it was working earlier?
Well, I just saw it. I saw something.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we've been on for like an hour, dude.
I know we've just been talking about that, so I was just like, maybe we could do something different and trying to check some things out on Twitch, maybe some ASMR stuff or some weird stuff, and just talk about it.
That's funny though, because before the we started broadcasting today, I was like telling, yeah, we'll make it like a half an hour show, because Vanessa's not gonna be here till next week, so we can just make it a small kind
quick
of
one.
show. And then all of a sudden, an hour later, we're still talking about somebody else's show. We're still talking about the Wake Up Crew.
I know.
But
That's why I was like, oh, let's switch it up and try to see why won't this work. It's getting on my nerves. It was working earlier.
So well,
I can hear it now, but
Mark figures that out.
Can you hear that though?
I cannot hear that.
Okay.
Uso just I listened to our 985 this morning just to be curious to who was on with Rory, and we heard intern Cliff on the show. Dude, that's my boy. Hey, intern Cliff. I'm glad he got back on the show for at least a minute. But that's funny. Like we were just talking about who was on the radio back then when we were all together. Intern Cliff was on Danger Boy, Sean D, Mike G, all this kind of stuff. So intern Cliff, dude, right on. Good for him. Good for him. I want to send a shout out to everybody like Jason Monroe. I just call him Monroe. Val, hopefully she's still on, but yes, sir. Dude, now that you say Korean barbecue, I was just thinking like my friends, I'm like, man, I want Korean barbecue now. But I don't want to eat like big like that until Thanksgiving. Because tomorrow I can go to Jen's tomorrow by myself. Right. But I'm not going to because I already fat. Dude, you know what I ate this week?
What is that?
I'm going to tell you what a rundown. Let's say, well, I guess today is only Tuesday. So let's say we start off on Friday. Friday, I had meat Jun and bento from Yummy. All rice. So that's like 2 plates of like rice and meat. And then I had a Denny's spaghetti meatballs on Saturday. But I also had Lao Lao and Kalua Pig on Saturday at L&L's. By the way, if you've never had an L&L's Lao Lao, they're freaking good, man. Oh, there we go. There you go.
Oh, now he's watching something else. Sounds very choppy though to me.
I didn't eat yesterday.
Now he's playing something else, so I wanted to see. Like, I don't want to get kicked off YouTube with the weekend song. He's playing like Hawaiian music song.
So, dude, I've been eating like way too much, man. Like stupid amount of food. So, yeah, not good. But, and then Val was like, yeah, Korean barbecue. Now I'm thinking about like cooking my own steak and brisket and, pork belly. Jesus Christ.
We're just kind of chilling today. Like, it's kind of quiet in the chat today. So I thought today would be more people chiming in, but I guess everyone's kind of kicking it today. I don't know. Slow.
I don't know who JLove _Jen was making unflan. Oh, ube flan. I don't know who JLove _Jen is, but
she's like a Twitch.
Oh, okay. See, there's a whole Twitch culture that I have no idea. But when I go to your house next week, you're gonna teach me how to Twitch.
Yeah, it's kind of like a therapy because a lot of people like get into this funk, and like people can like now it's just like you just jump on, like if you're feeling bad or you feel like, oh, I'm bored, you know what I mean? Because I think with you're so used to like the conventions and interacting with people that this could be like a substitute almost, because man, the people in the Twitch community, like we were talking about this with on my show last night. I had a show called Twitch Happens where I interview like DJ streamers, and we're talking about like, everyone's so like positive, like and supportive, especially like the Hawaii people. Like when they come into the streams, they're always like, just so supportive, and they're like, They donate a lot of a lot of their hard-earned money to us streamers and all that. And not only that, they just chit chat with you. You know what I mean? So, and like more than the music you play, they just come to support and and talk with you and like, oh, okay, I like this guy, he's cool. Yeah, see, like you should stream his drawing. That's exactly what we're talking about. I think it would do well. Yeah, because people just want to see like, and you converse, and that the one thing is the engagement, and that's all people want is be like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean, Joel, what's up, Mitch? Hanging out, just drawing some stuff today. This is what I'm doing, and people be like, oh, that's cool, and like people will be, oh, I would buy that. You know what I mean? Or I'll support that, or whatever it is. And because people watch people, like I said, people watch people cook, people watch people freaking sleep. Like there's these things where multiple people who have streamed have fell asleep streaming, and people watch them. Like they're like literally having conversation. They get more. Some people get more people watching them when they fall asleep because they're like, whoa. And they have these things called like hype trains. That's when like people donate like what they call bits, basically Twitch currency, and subscribe to the channel. And they have like what they call a level 5 is like the highest hype train you get. People like freaking, they got level 5 hype trains, and people's like all talking, and the guy's like literally passed out in the back, like sleeping.
So the people are like, I can literally be like this.
Yeah. And people are like, you get like 200 viewers just watching you. And, look at this guy sleeping. I wonder if he's gonna wake up. Oh, okay, let's donate some money to him. And have their own
to see if we can wake him up.
It's insane. Yeah, what's that? The UK streamer, but there's also like another girl, and like one guy fell asleep, like literally knocked out like on his bed, and I don't know if he forgot to turn it off, and there was like freaking like 200 or 300 people watching them,
just talking to each other and watching them. Well, again, like I think next week I'm gonna tap your brain. I'm gonna bring my computer with me, and you're gonna teach me how to get on this stuff, man. Because I mean, I have a Twitch account on my phone,
right,
like, the app and everything. I just don't. Maybe because I need just a little bit of guidance to kind of get me on the path, and then I can slowly take steps on the path.
Yeah, well, you can just set up your what they call the OBS, and just very simple, because all you need is maybe like 2 cameras. Like one could be your laptop camera, and then if you just get one, which you could use your phone or something else. So you got like 2 angles and just like a simple scene, and that's all you need. And like you could use your headset as a mic or something else as a mic, whatever the case may be. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta let me know. Again, we're gonna be doing this next week when you're gonna be showing me stuff. But
so like that's why I said, like, I want to also do more things on our Twitch account here, where we can do like some day streams and stuff like that. Val said you could Twitch yourself eating all the food you ate today. And people would watch it.
Especially because I literally go around the city to like all these Hawaiian food places and all these like barbecue places. What you call that?
Yeah, you can just do like the review of like all the Hawaiian food in Vegas, and be like, oh, if you come to Vegas, check out Island Flavor. Here's a plate from Island Flavor. This is what it looked like. Okay, let me take a bite. And people be like, oh, okay, now I know Island Flavor. Like, and there's a plate lunch place I checked out. Here's the plate. You know what I mean? I brought it back, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. People are like, a lot of people are foodies, and they just like watching a variety of stuff. So
the thing is, I go to like food trucks. I follow a couple of food trucks. I like to look at where they have brisket, like really good brisket. I'm a brisket guy. Mac and cheese and all that kind of stuff. So
and the thing is also, what like the thing with Twitch is you can also go live from your phone, so you could go live while you're buying it, and you could come back home and go live while you eat it.
Nice.
So
can I give a shout out to whoever's I'm buying it from? See, that's what I need. I just need to. I don't know what an OBS means.
Yeah, that's the technical stuff. That's the easy part. The hard part. Well, the hard part is the easy part for you. It's just the engagement. You know what I mean? Which you're already good at. Is just talking to people. So I think it's a no-brainer. So we'll get you all set up, and then and then we'll also do stuff with our like I said, we could do stuff on this channel where we both get like something we can both get, one like in Vegas, or like at the time maybe like the Popeyes chicken sandwich, and we both could get it and be like, okay, we're gonna eat this on stream today, and let you guys know how it tastes and blah blah blah. So
see, that's the thing though. Like, if it doesn't taste good, dude, I'm gonna tell him like, bro, this is horrible, and I don't want to do that. That's negative. But I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's just your opinion, you know what I mean? And people value your opinion. So, like I said, there's a lot of things, and I think, like I said, I think people just I think it's more of a therapeutic kind of thing, more than a money kind of thing. Because you're not gonna, well, you could get rich on Twitch, but most people won't. But you can make a decent amount of money. But beyond that, I think it's just more therapeutic for just interacting with people, because you can't go out and do it what they call IRL. You know what IRL is?
In real life.
See, see, like I didn't know that. All these acronyms and thingies. I'm like, what the heck is all these things they're talking about?
So yeah, Nicole said you can do review for food. You can get companies to give you free food. See, the thing is like that's cool and all. But if I do that, like honestly, I'm gonna get fat. And honestly, if you get free food from a place, you can't talk shit about them. You know what I mean? Like if their chicken is dry, if their sauce is shitty, but they gave it to you for free, like you can't be like, oh, it sucked. So I'd rather make it where I can just do my. And not only that, like if you go to like say a restaurant or a food truck, like me personally, when I go to a comic shop, they try to get me discounts, but I'll pay full price. And the reason why is because when you give a discount, you're kind of taking away some of the money that they could have earned. And everybody at this point in time needs that extra dollar or two. So, if these food trucks are good, then I'll give a shout out. Again, this is in the works, but yeah, it's something to look at. I mean, I'd rather not take free food because it'll So
it's more like if it's a sponsor, it's more like you just say, "Yeah, I'm sponsored by this. Check it out." You know what I mean? You won't really be doing a review on a sponsor. It'll just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm sponsored. I'm eating it. Hey, cool, check it out." But if you're doing a review, it'd be like stuff you purchase yourself, most likely. Val said, "I see a bang coming from free soon." You see free stuff on Twitch.
See, that's the thing though. If I do mukbang stuff or mukbang or whatever you call it, man, that means that I have to like work out. Like I can do like 17 packs of ramen, you know what I mean, without working out because I'll just get too fat. So I don't want to do mukbangs because that means that I'd have to work out, and I don't want to do that. So, but honestly, when you eat at Hawaiian food places, it's basically like doing those challenges because every plate is so damn big.
Right.
So yeah, we're gonna be figuring that stuff out next week when I'm down in San Diego. I can't wait to see the ocean again. See, and that's another thing. When I come in on a Tuesday, I'm gonna come in early so I can check in at 3:00. Maybe take a nap. I don't know, just to kind of relax. Or because I'm in San Marcos, it's like halfway to Oceanside already, so I might have dinner in Oceanside. I might have dinner and then come to the show at your house, at night, and then Wednesday we can go Korean barbecue. Or maybe have Vanessa come with us. I think she would like that. But again, I don't know. I got to talk to her about it. And then Thursday, of course, is Gobble Gobble Day.
Right.
And then Friday, we're gonna go to the casino and make some money.
Money.
But dude, there's one game that I love. Well, I don't know what that is. There's that one game that I love that actually paid me like $75-$80 the last time. So I missed the ocean.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have I don't know. Well, I think her aunt them are coming, and maybe we can go down there. Maybe if they want to come down and hang out, because I got a whole bunch of those, those coupons I get for like
right,
$15. I think I got like 12 of them or something.
Jesus Christ. And they're all $15 each.
Yeah.
Nothing in there is like more than $15. So
I think I have one that's $25 too.
wow, look at you, high roller.
I think I got like $200 worth of those things. So like lots of times I don't eat because I'm just like working. So
right, but I'm gonna be there for what 6, 7 hours, 8 hours,
whatever it is.
I don't know how you got the long shift that day, but yeah, I'm gonna grab something to eat and play games and
like I'll have that day I'll have like an hour break also. So
even better. And then Saturday, wake up, check out, stop by the house, see if you guys want to do lunch. Maybe we can get some like two brothers pizzas or whatever. And then I might go to LA.
Right.
Or I might just go home. I don't know. I don't know yet. So we'll see. I think it's gonna be a good adventure. So
yeah, it should be a good day. Hopefully, I don't know who's watching us, but hopefully you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys stay safe, with the quarantine, everything. We're gonna have our temperature guns over here, checking everybody at the door.
right.
You got fever.
Okay, you good?
You get fever, you cannot come inside. You get fever, you gotta eat in the front yard.
With the dead birds and all that. Dude, your front lawn is just such like at one point it was a murder field, dude. Like there's dead birds and heads and all kinds of stuff.
It's the coyotes. Sorry, the coyotes.
Yeah.
It's the coyote. But haven't seen it around lately. Remember? Oh yeah, the coyotes. Remember we saw coyotes coming down one time, and then we almost hit a deer on the way up one time.
Right.
To the casino.
It's actually pretty scary. Excuse me. Wow, that's crazy. It's actually kind of like scary to think that in your front lawn, like the only thing, like your living room, it's right there. Your front lawn has like coyotes in it, and especially because you have that barrier around the corner, like the high bushes where they can hide from the cars and everything. That's scary, dude. But at the same time, it's kind of cool because you see cats out there, and I don't know how they survive. The coyotes all over the place, but.
That's crazy. I gotta find something. Let's see if I can figure this thing out. Wait, let's look up some ASMR stuff. Let's get some idea, or like a muck. How the heck do you spell mukbang? Muck.
MUKBONG. I think.
Someone eating Thai chicken. This guy's eating Thai chicken pizza. You want to watch it? Try to find somebody with like a whole.
No, I don't want.
Find something funny.
Because the reason why I don't want to watch it is because I'm gonna get hungry thinking of cooked chicken, and right now it's like 10 o'clock. Did you think Popeyes is open? No. So
let's see if we can find.
And then right now, after this, I'm gonna go downstairs and get me a little half pint of vanilla ice cream out of the freezer.
Right.
I'm gonna eat that. So, dude, you could tell in my face. Look at the jowls. This right here is 20 pounds worth of jowls.
Jowl. Let's see this.
Bulldog.
I'm gonna try to do this. Hold on.
Dude, every time I think of a bulldog, I think of Biggie.
You hear the wind?
I don't hear nothing. But Mark's I guess it was like brother-in-law. He used to have a big bulldog, like English bulldog, and his name was Biggie. And this thing stunk because he just farts all the time. But he was such a good dog. I'd sit on the ground and I'd hug him, and he'd start getting crazy. And because he's like 50 pounds of just pure, I don't know. I just want to love you. Oh, dude, I was like, oh my God. What is she eating?
Huh?
What is she eating?
She's not eating nothing. She's like an ASMR person. Like it's just like
Oh, she
she's
just
like
makes noises.
yeah, she just makes noise. Kind of weird. Like she's touching the side or something. Like see that thing? I don't know. There's like 600 people watching this girl.
Oh my god! Well, if I had a body like that and long blonde hair, I think more people would watch me too, dude.
See, someone just donated $10, like 1,000 bits. See that green thing on the side?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Again, if I was blonde, if I was skinny, if I had nice nails, she's not bad looking. She's kind of pretty. She's got big eyes, and she
right.
goes.
That's weird. Okay. I'm trying to go back here. Okay. I'm trying to go back here. Now I went to us, so we're like watching ourselves literally. So I don't want to do that. So now I went to us, so we're like watching ourselves literally. So I don't want to do that.
You can tell I get big berry, but yeah, let's not do that because we're gonna start echoing.
Yeah, I turned it off. I'm trying to figure it out.
But yeah, I can't believe and there's people out there that just. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna brush my teeth for an hour, and you're gonna watch me. And there's like 15,000 people watching somebody just brushing their teeth for an hour. Like I'm gonna eat a whole tub of whip, like Cool Whip, and people will watch it. Dude, yeah. That's that right there. That's my first Twitch broadcast. I'm gonna eat Cool Whip and draw stuff.
Cool. Eat just straight Cool Whip.
Yeah.
Just by itself.
just put a spoon in that tub and just go nuts.
Then you're gonna have to. Then after that, you're gonna have to. When you get affiliate, you're gonna have to make a Cool Whip emote, and everyone's gonna throw up the Cool Whip when you draw from then on.
Right?
You're gonna be a Cool Whip guy.
Dude, this is gonna be awesome.
Literally, that's what people do. Like I think everyone has their little emote things. Like who has something? Like Nick has like a Kit Kat because he always eats like Kit Kats and stuff, like all these snacks.
Well, you got your own too. Like you got like 5 or 6 levels, right?
Yeah, I got like I got a donut. I got like a donut emote because in the mornings we all go. Like I have these on my morning show. I have all these scenes where we go to eat the donuts and drink coffee at places. I have like a donut emote and all these different things. But yeah, it's a whole rabbit hole of things you can do. So,
dude, Joel was like mukbang some Jack's egg rolls, bruh. I think I could afford that. I think I could afford it.
Actually, we ate we ate it again. Like I think the other day, I think we went to Jack in the Box and I think Val said, "Oh, let me get some egg rolls," and then I was like, I remember eating. I know there's a lot of vegetables in it, but for some reason I remember eating it and it was pretty good as long as you put the sauce. And then I tried it and there was a lot of vegetables in it, but I ate it and it was pretty good.
But dude, I love it. And you know me, just like you, I hate vegetables, but yeah, I can eat that. And I think I can afford it. Like I'll get like 10 Jack in the Box egg rolls, like 3 packs. Yeah. And just eat 30 egg rolls, two-handed. Like, who am I living for? I'm not married. I'm 45 years old and I'm single, dude. This ain't going anywhere. This is gonna stay right here where I am.
You might find your future wife on Twitch, like one of the guys from the Video Vandals, like the DJ thing, the one you drew the character for.
Yeah.
Video Vandal thing, like let me put this thing up, like that guy right below me. He actually, like, one of the people who was always in our room chatting, he actually, like, I guess started dating her, like, and he went to Texas from Pennsylvania. From Pennsylvania, he went to Texas, he hung out with her, and he actually moved there, and they got married within the last 6 to 7 months
from a chat room connection.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it happens, man.
So Valerie, she's like, Free said it was good, so I wanted to try it. Tell me that wasn't like the best egg roll you've ever tasted. Like, okay, for me, I like the Jack in the Box egg rolls. I like to eat it with the buttermilk sauce because I just grew up with buttermilk. And then the sweet and sour. The sweet and sour is good.
Yeah, the sweet sour is good.
Yeah.
She said weird. They even taste good when you warm them up again because I think she only
exactly.
one.
Like, they're not as crunchy, but it still tastes good, dude. But Mark likes to eat it like ice cold, so you gotta put them in the freezer.
Not certain things, like the pizza, fried chicken
and tofu.
Chicken tofu, I like it. It's weird like that.
But yeah, dude. No, I'm glad I'm getting you guys on the egg rolls. So keep in mind, even though there's a little bit of vegetables in it, yeah, it's not healthy. it's still
deep fried in some, some Jack in the Box oil that's like 20 years old and whatnot.
And then of course you got the sweet and sour, which is basically just sugar. Like it's just a syrup. It's not healthy, but it tastes good. Yeah. And so yeah, I'm glad you guys are on it now. I don't feel so stupid when I like, I'll take 3 egg rolls. You're like, what? So yeah, I don't need a burger. I just need egg rolls. Fuck, now I want egg rolls. God damn it. Nope, not till tomorrow. So
yeah, where'd you get that hat from? I know they're talking about the hat.
I got this hat off of eBay. It was like $6. And remember, I had a gray one like this before, right? Look. I'm breaking to electric boogaloo. Rerun. I had a hat like this before, but for some other reason I lost it. I think I was in one of my I remember it now. Actually, I had this hat when I went to Silicon Valley for our convention, and we drove up there with Quincy, and we left our luggage in the back seat at the end of the convention. We was gonna go straight from the convention home, just drive home, and so we left our stuff in the back of the car, and I could have sworn that I locked it, but now I look back at it, like my memory was shot, so I could have left it, I could have left it open, and it got stolen. So all his jerseys, my good hats, and all this kind of stuff got stolen. So my hat got stolen, and then I figured, no, I want a hat. I want a gray hat. So I got it. I think it looks cool. It looks all right.
Yeah.
But yeah. The oil change every couple of days. I know I used to work there. Like it's funny. There's a lot. Well, especially now that there's a COVID thing, a lot of like fast food restaurants, they have a very strict cleaning process. Even before the COVID, I remember working at Burger King. I had to take apart that damn what you call that broiler that they have with the flame broil. I had to take that shit apart every night, scrub it out to it's like stainless steel perfect, and yeah. So they're very strict, and with the oil, they don't keep it for too long, especially because if you can't deep fry fish, chicken, and all that in the same burner. Smurf. So yeah, they change it out every couple of days, especially because like the little crumbs that get into it, it'll clog it up. So yeah, I'm with Mitch. I know they're healthy.
Oh, okay, just checking.
I know. See, you make it a joke, and like Jack in the Box is gonna get hurt. So cancel culture. Dude, like open your mouth right now.
I didn't have a tongue, see?
Dude, how do you do that, man? Like I want that for my radio show too, or like my Twitch show.
You gotta have that. I don't know what this cat is like. I don't know. Kitty Hero.
Dude, I want to learn how to do that so every show can be a different. Like, watch the Smurf eat 30 freaking egg rolls. Watch this crazy cat eat, 17 packs of top ramen.
See, but when you
Stuff
go like this, see, like it kind of goes behind. See, like how it doesn't go in front of my hand. See,
oh,
so that's the only thing because it's
yeah.
not like
It just
you just
covers everything.
yeah, yeah. You could just have be a hamburger like ah.
So during my Twitch, like you got to teach me how. Is this a Twitch filter?
It's like a separate app that you just run. You run your camera through whatever camera you're running. It's like like how Snapchat has its filters. It's like a It's like a snap camera, but for um Windows instead of like your phone.
So
Whoa! Shocking.
Oh, that's funny. Right. Yeah. So hopefully Nicole's still listening. I want to send a shout out to her and her family in Colorado. I don't know if she came back yet from Oregon, but I hope you had a safe and fun trip. I've been bogged down with a few commissions that I have to do for money, and at this point in time, I need to do it because everybody needs money. But her commission is coming soon. She said that she kind of already did the one that she's doing for me, and I'm like, oh man, I'm like lazy as fuck. I need to do what I need to do. But again, I want to send a shout out to her and Chris and the rest of the family. They always keep offering me to go up to Colorado and stay with them.
Right.
And I think in the upcoming season, maybe like January, February, because I don't have any shows in January, don't have any shows in February. I might actually go visit them for the weekend and just take a drive out there. But I think I need to get snow chains or what is it?
Tire chains or something.
Yeah, I think I need to get that because already my tires are kind of like they're not slipping or anything, but I kind of burn out a little bit. I need to watch out for that. But yeah, dude, like I want to go there it's Colorado. And if it's snowing in Colorado, that means like it's gorgeous. You know what I mean? So just think, Mark, if things happen and I might have to go to Oregon and you guys are gonna be in an area where there's like trees and stuff and snow and have you ever lived in a snowy area before?
No, never.
No?
Never ever. So that's what my thing is like wondering like how will I drive in snow and ice and whatnot. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think if you have the chains on or snow tires, I mean, it's not like your cars are like semi trucks where you have to be really careful when to stop and not. Your cars are kind of small, but at the same time they're light. Like a Prius is not a heavy car, so they're light, so they just slide all around. But if you got chains or whatever during the snow time, dude, I'm gonna come visit you, man. Like that's what I like to do. Okay, so last year, was it last year? I think it was last year or the year before. Jax came up to Vegas during the snow season, and my friend Jeremy and myself, Jax, we actually went up to Bryan Head, so that Jax could snowboard, and it was so beautiful, dude. Like everything's white and pristine. Like at night, it was snowing at night, so there's fresh powder in the morning. And the place we stayed at looked like a log cabin. Like, oh, it was so nice. And it literally only cost me like $140, $150 to get a single room, and and all three of us stay there. Shit, I don't care, man. It's like I'll lay next to some dude. But we had dinner and all that kind of stuff. We stayed there for like one night, 2 nights. But it's so pristine, dude. It's so beautiful. And I think like given the opportunity, especially the upcoming year,
Right.
If there's any money left, I want to do that. I want to like, you, the family, me, we go to like Big Bear or something in California,
Right.
or what is it called? More, oh, what's the one that looks like an elephant and it's got big tusks?
Mammoth.
Mammoth. There's
Uh,
you can go to Mammoth Mountain or whatever in California. That's where my
mhm.
friend Shell and his daughter live. Like like they live near there, and they go up there all the time to snowboard and all that. Um, and they're like, dude, there's cabins up here that you can rent for like say maybe $1,000 for like 3 nights or something like that, and you
Right.
can have as many people as you want because it's your own cabin, and it's right there on the snow slope. So I think that'd be great. Yeah, I don't know how many of our family members have actually lived in snowy areas.
Right.
Like I went from Hawaii to Vegas. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
anytime and especially because I love cold weather. Um, yeah, yeah, we're gonna do stuff. See, I hope we get the stimulus checks and all that kind of stuff come in.
Hmm.
Extended unemployment, especially because everything's shutting down and locking down again. Um,
Right.
but
We'll
if
see
that
what happens.
happens, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Let's see. Let me see.
Chris's birthday is on the January 25th. Um,
Yeah, that's Val's birthday too.
oh, is it?
Yeah, January
Oh,
25th.
so we might just take a trip out to Colorado Springs, huh? Huh?
You never know. Never know.
See, dude, we always do this. Yeah, we're gonna make it a short show, an hour and
You never know.
37 minutes later.
Yeah,
So
I know it always happens. That's why I said it
always
always
happens.
happens. So I
I
got
should
that.
just stop jinxing myself.
It's all good though. So yeah, I don't know. Seems very chill in the chat today. It's like the chillest chat we ever had. I think.
Well, I
Usually,
think. Well, see, you're so used to like the Twitch chat room now that our chat room, like even though it moves, it doesn't move fast enough for you. Like your your Twitch chat, you have to have mods, and because you're just always continually going. Then I think that's another reason why I want to get on the Twitch universe is because I mean, look at this dude. Like me, I like when I was at your house, I would draw, and I'll just set up a camera and I'll just talk over my drawing.
right,
And like an hour and a half later, I'm still talking, and my throat is dry, but I'm just shooting the shit. Like, yeah, I'm using a Sharpie pen for this, and I'm using
right.
this and then. But today, I literally just will talk about anything. Like, yeah, I brush my teeth with Colgate instead of AIM, and I can feel the difference. Like
Yeah,
the little things like that. So
yeah. And people, like I said, it's just a conversation. Like, and people will be talking back. Yeah, I like Colgate too. Yeah. Like I
I'm a
mean,
Colgate man.
like,
I'm personally an Aquafresh kind of guy, but
right.
to each his own. But
Right. So I think if we what we should do is open your channel, then we should do more on the Aloha State of Mind podcast channel on Twitch.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then what we can do is also do another maybe like music and markers on my channel. That way we can expose you to my chat, and then you can kind of
right.
get people over to yours and following you. Once they see what you do on my channel, they'll be like, "Oh, I like him," so they go, "Oh, okay, we'll follow him." And then when you pop up, people will just be naturally in there and whatnot.
Well, that's another reason why, like, when you, well, okay, so there's two reasons why I kind of declined last week when you said you want to do a music and markers. Number
Mhm.
one is because I turned my phone off. I just had a blackout day. I just drove around the city looking for crazy shit. Um, you know, and so I took a day for myself, and then I finally looked at it. I was like, "Oh, Mark texted me." There's that, but also I wanted to like the music and market. I think is a great idea,
Mhm.
and I'm glad that you brought it up. Is because it'll. I think the concept is awesome. So in order for me to build my channel, I would have to go into your channel and do something like that to
Yeah.
to kind of tell, hey, you can come to my channel and whenever you want, blah blah blah. subscribe to me so whenever I get on, I get on. And also, I'm going to be eating a full tub of Cool Whip, right, while I'm drawing and talking and all that, and have a conversation with me. But I kind of wanted to wait until, we figured stuff out when I'm in there for Thanksgiving when I'm down in your neck of the woods.
So. Right, we'll figure it out. That's what I said. I was trying to think if we could do some kind of maybe like a bigger piece, like you know what I mean, like a easel piece or something.
Jeez, you want something big?
yeah, it doesn't have to be like a full color art thing, but just something like I said before. Remember when we were talking about doing something like at a venue type stuff back in the day? We talked about it, and just more of it being a visual thing, and that people kind of. I think it just draws more attention to you. Like, I mean, you could always zoom in on like how we did the last time with the music and markers, where you kind of just zoomed in on the piece, and we just did that. So that was cool too. I mean, if you could also do like a big piece or something, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I mean, we'll figure it out. Yeah. I mean, I don't have to stick to just one way of drawing. I can actually do paint work. I can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, that's the great thing about being mobile with the phone and the laptop, where I can do it anywhere, literally anywhere. So, yeah. So Nicole was saying that they have a great hot springs with cabins about an hour away from her, and the ski resort and all that. You can have a drink in the hot springs while it's snowing around you. That's one of those angelic things that I want to do in my life. Like sit in like a hot tub or a hot springs or whatever, and actually have snow coming down on at the same time while I'm all warm and stuff.
That's weird. But how do you get out though?
Oh, you freeze your ass off when you get out.
That's the question: is how do you get out?
but what you got to do, you got to set it up before you go in. You got to have that super thick, like really big Bed Bath and Beyond type of towel. Right there next to you.
You get out, you crap and run.
Right. And then you gotta cover it with like a piece of plastic or like a unused like trash bag, so that the snow doesn't hit it and get it wet. Right. And so you gotta prepare so that by the time you're all drunk and you're like getting out of the hot tub and you're like, oh dude, this is gonna be freezing balls. I got this. And then you just like for 1 second you're cold and you put the towel on and you're good. So yeah. You know where I learned that?
What's that?
I don't know where I learned
time
that.
Machine? Hot tub time machine.
See,
I don't know.
You know it's actually good. There's a time where you guys came to Vegas and there's an indoor-outdoor swimming pool. What was that place?
Indoor-outdoor? Oh, that was at the Platinum. The
Platinum. They had a great setup because it was freezing balls already outside.
Right.
But their pool was indoor outdoor. And even when you go outside, it's a little colder, but it's still heated. So like from here, it's all nice and everything. And then like you do this and it's super cold and you go back down. But then you can get out on the indoor swimming pool, you can get out and be warm. So
right.
And then of course they had like the fire pits and all that, but that was a good place. I like that place. You guys should stay there more often.
Yeah, it was a cool spot because it has like the whole kitchenette when you stay there as well. So
right,
yeah, it's a definitely a cool spot we like to go when we bring everybody down. Either that or like, well, the Tahiti Village more like a summer thing with the lazy river. So
yeah, like you gotta with the lazy river. Yeah, you can't do that in the winter. Yeah. Your body's like already out on top of the lazy river with the the donuts. Yeah.
When we went, it was kind of like getting cold already. I think the last time, remember, and it was like we tried to get in. And it was like, dang, cold.
The water was cold,
windy, and it was windy.
Dude, like 50-mile-an-hour winds. So we all just jumped in the hot tub with other people.
Yeah, that didn't work. So we're like, we gotta get it. So
right. So oh yeah. So again, there's different options later on in the year. I don't have anything scheduled on my convention until March. And so March, hopefully, crossing fingers, then March happens, and then March, April, I don't know, March, April, May, June. I don't know. So
Yeah, we just gotta see what's gonna occur next year with everything. Like it's kind of everything's so touch and go right now with everything. It's kind of crazy.
now, like I used to. Well, I'm still getting my unemployment. Like what do they call PUA? I don't know what it stands for. Um, but it's like a supplement for the people that are convention like Lyft drivers or whatever that can't get any gigs. For
Mhm.
me, I went as a freelancer because my main source of income now is doing the comic book scene and conventions. And because they're all closed, then I qualified. Um, and that's how actually I got my car and everything, is because I had that extra 600 or whatever on top of my 180. Hopefully something like that happens soon because again, come December, there's going to be like 16 million people that have no other outlet to do. Like we can all get jobs at like Jack in a Box, but that ain't gonna pay the bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, so we'll see how that goes, man. Again, it's a pandemic and unemployment is. Thank you, Mitch.
yeah.
Um, dude, seriously, man, you're so lucky to get Mitchapalooza as your mod. Like this guy knows everything. Like he's so fast with the thumbs or something. Like what does poo mean? Um, but yeah, so I don't know. Like I'm trying to look at things in a positive way.
Right.
Um, right now I'm financially okay where I'm not scraping by, but at the same time, who knows what's gonna happen next month? Who knows
Hmm.
what's gonna happen a month after that? Um,
Yeah, if they shut everything down again, oh boy, it's gonna be one
yeah,
ish show everywhere because, like I said, like then this time you're gonna shut down, and one is all the small businesses are gonna suffer because you're yo-yoing them like open close, open close, open close. And I understand you gotta nip this thing in the bud, but you shut them down again. A lot of like 90% of all small businesses are gonna shut down and not reopen. So
yeah,
where
exactly. Like
that
look what
gonna leave
happened the
you?
last time.
Right. And then you're gonna go into a shutdown again, and guess what? This time there's no bonus, there's no 600. So you're running off of your bare minimum 180, max 400 every 2 weeks, which won't pay nobody's rent. So
Right.
what do everyone? So you kind of like setting up everyone up to fail, and
Well,
that's where.
also like there's guys like me that it's gonna end December 26th. You
Mhm.
know, my benefits are gonna end December 26th. Um, but there's still no conventions. There's
Right.
still no like real job. I applied for the Amazon the centers, the
Yeah.
distribution centers,
Hmm.
and I couldn't get on there.
Hmm.
I tried like 2 or 3 times to reapply, and I still couldn't get on. Um, like no, oh we can't. It's just weird, man. Like there's nothing we can do until they give us more information. So,
Yeah. So
but
hopefully,
yeah,
but hopefully, like all this shutdowns trying to nip it in the bud. But hopefully, they when they they're supposed to have all these what's it called, not vaccines and stuff, when that gets distributed, hopefully that will start leveling everything off, because they got to put that microchip in everybody, right? So
dude. First of all, I'm not getting microchip, dude. Yeah, I'm
that's
good.
what that's what the vaccine is, though. You
You
like the
know what?
vaccine to not get COVID and die, you got to take the chip.
See that's the thing. Like again, it's controlling,
Hmm.
but I mean, okay. So the vaccine, I believe the scientists
Hmm.
when they say this thing is, it might not kill you. You got a 1% chance of dying. It might not kill you, but it's gonna mess with your whole life and your health for the rest of your life. One of my friends, um, he he was one of the guys like, no, we don't need to wear a mask. That's just the government telling us what to do. It's only a 1% chance we're gonna die. Blah blah blah. And then he got the COVID-19, and it changed his life. He went into the hospital. He couldn't breathe. I mean, he broke his hand because he punched the wall. It was so painful, and he couldn't breathe. That he was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. And so he punched the wall, broke his freaking hand. Um, all this kind of stuff. He got quarantined. He's got a baby daughter and a son and a wife, and he couldn't see them for like 2 weeks. All this kind of stuff. And he was one of those guys that said, I don't believe in this COVID thing until he got it. And now he has to take medication just to breathe, just to be at that level where he can go home. So for everybody out there that's saying that this is bullshit, trust me, it's not. Like there's people out there that like thought that it was like, oh, they're just making it into something. Yeah, it's theirs, but it's like a flu. You get over it. The media is just making it more than it is. Talk to people that actually got it. Talk to people that actually had to go into quarantine, couldn't breathe, on a respirator. Now they have heart palpitations. Now that they have hypertension now because of the COVID in their body. So I'm just saying, like, I believe in these scientists, man. Like, but at the same time, if I look at it like if people would just do what they're supposed to do, then there wouldn't be such a big lockdown. Yeah, you gotta take precautions, but now they're shutting down small businesses and all that because it's those Karens that go into Walmart. I don't want to wear a mask. I have a medical this and that and all this. No, dude, you're just being inconvenienced because of you. We have to go into a lockdown again. So if people actually just did what they're supposed to do, they would, and take precautions and stay 6 feet away, wear your mask at all times in public, wash your hands and all that, then it wouldn't be so bad. So you don't have to go into lockdown. Small businesses and restaurants can stay open. But that's just me ranting. That's just me.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, like I said, just wearing your mask. They said I think I read something where it says if people just wore masks like the whole time, like I think the thing would be like if they just continue to wear masks, like the spread would be like significantly lower. I don't remember the percentage, but they said if everyone just wore a mask everywhere, it would be significantly lower. And I mean that's like you said, it's a simple inconvenience for now, but the ramifications of not wearing it is so great. Why wouldn't you?
See, and that's a problem with America. And
America.
in general, it's America. America. It's not Europeans. It's not Asian countries. They look at it like, especially Japan, is very low in getting sick now. Is that they look at it like, okay, this is something we have to do, right? And the government's like, yeah, do it, or else you're gonna get thrown in jail. In America, we have this thing called freedom, and people just take advantage of it. They're like, well, I don't have to do this because I'm, important. Like, no, you're not. You're just like the rest of us. You're shopping at a Walmart. You can't be that important. Ask Bill Gates how much like pasta costs. He'll tell you $32 because he has no idea. He has no idea how much it costs because he's never shopped. Right. But the rest of us, we need to take care of ourselves and each other. But again, people are selfish and I don't want to wear a mask. I got a medical condition. No, you don't. There's no such medical condition that you can't wear a mask. If that was the case, then you would have like the oxygen mask, or the oxygen plugs in your nose. Unless you got that, and even if you did get that, that means you're still getting oxygen. So there's no medical reason. Anyway.
Yeah, right? Just like I think it's just gonna be one big mess. Like I said, if this thing goes into lockdown again, I foresee small businesses closing. One, I foresee like not having that, bonus for all these unemployment. So people are gonna start, like panicking, and that's where you're gonna start those looting, the riots, and then what happens then? Then what? You deploy National Guard, and what does National Guard lead to? Military law. You know what I mean? martial law. And then what does that lead to? That leads to freaking, you know what I mean, not having your freedom. Yeah. Yeah. It's more like a Russia type thing. You know what I mean? Instead of a democracy, we turn into something else. But that's just where I think it might go. Worst case scenario. Like I could be totally wrong, but
let's just hope you are. I mean, but it's a real possibility. It's a real possibility that all of these steps and all this domino effect will happen because of the selfishness of the American people. On the ground level, it starts in the grass. Just put the damn mask on. Wear the mask. Wear these cover. Even if you're wearing a bandana or whatever, as long as you're not able to cough on somebody else, then it can't. But again, we're dealing with people that just have egos, and I voted for Trump because he's gonna fight for me. So, he doesn't have to wear a mask, so neither do I. Yeah, but he got the coronavirus. Yeah, but he got through it in 3 days. Well, it's because he had the best medical treatment in the freaking world. He's an American president. Are you an American president? No, you're gonna go down and sit with the rest of the 300 people that have corona.
Waiting for an oxygen tank.
Yeah, like you're not going to get the same treatment as the president of the United States. So him getting corona meant nothing. You getting corona, you might die or pass it on to your kid or your grandma or whatever. Anyway, I'm ranting. Nicole said, yeah, if you can get kindergartners to wear their masks, you should be able to. And it's absolutely true. Again, you teach compassion. You teach the kids to be compassionate with their fellow kids. Like, you don't want to get your best friend sick, so you got to put on a mask. Okay. And because they're kids, they're like, all right, you're right. But you tell that to a adult, well, I don't care about that person. I don't even know that person. Yeah, but just return your carts at the Walmart. How about that? Just return your cart. Wear your mask. Don't be an asshole. Don't say stupid stuff on the radio that gets you fired. So, anyway, dude, it's like almost 11 o'clock.
Yep, we're hitting the 2-hour mark, so maybe we should just give it a riggedy wrap for tonight. For some reason, people went and bought all the they're buying all the TP again here too. Like, it's going to get because of the possible lockdown. People are hoarding again.
You know the good thing about Las Vegas is that we don't even care, dude. Las Vegas they're opening up like new casinos. That's how much they don't give a shit. They're like, yeah, we're not gonna lock down. We're just gonna keep doing what we do. We're gonna have a big swimming pool and a big TV screen at the Circa. You can do whatever you want. So it hasn't been that bad with the toilet paper, but I might go get some tomorrow. Who knows? I mean, just use old dude. Use old T-shirts. Cut them up into squares. Cut them up into squares and just use that.
Yeah, sure all the shelves over here are getting like empty with the TP, the spam, canned goods. Yeah. So. Yep. So we have to try to get a few, and being that we got family coming, so we gotta we gotta stock up a little bit. So maybe we bought some today, but like I said, feel free to bring some with you.
if I can find some tomorrow, I'll bring a case of toilet paper.
Yeah, if you find something, then see.
That's going to be my contribution. I'm not bringing a pie. I'm not bringing some cranberry sauce. I'm going to bring toilet paper.
You don't need to bring nothing that goes in. You just need to bring something for when it comes out. See, Nicole said there are already states locking down. New Mexico is in full lockdown already.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
That's crazy.
Well,
Mitchell didn't find spam light. You couldn't find regular spam, only spam light. Well, spam light's better for you, so.
Right. Well, I mean, it's spam light, so just add pepper and salt. I mean, you just add as much salt as you want.
Yeah. So. All you gotta do is just soak them and show you.
Right. Leave them overnight and show you, right? You're good to go.
it'd be just as salty as the regular.
And you're gonna eat them with shoyu anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, let's wrap up the show because I want to go give me some three egg rolls.
Okay, cool. Well, let's make it a wrap for tonight. Just kind of a chill night tonight. Hey, shout out again, Mitch and Nicole for hanging out with us. Val, I think Val probably fell asleep. Joel over there in Las Vegas, and everyone else who kind of checked in. Kind of a chill night tonight, and we appreciate everyone tuning in, whether you're tuning in from Facebook, YouTube, or now on Twitch. We appreciate you. We're going to try and grow our channel and do a lot more, be a lot more interactive, a lot more active. So definitely stay tuned with more things to come here on our channel here, and also my channel on Twitch, and Free's up and coming channel on Twitch as well. Hey, Joel's still here. I thought he disappeared. Like, I guess he was just lurking out there. Yeah, so yeah, we appreciate you, Joel, tuning in, and yeah, Mitch got his rice and shoyu. He said he forgot it the other day when he went to the store. So as long as you get it, make sure you get some toilet paper as well. So what goes in must come out. So we appreciate everyone. Tune in next week Tuesday. I think Free will be here, so we'll broadcast maybe live from here. I don't think we're gonna get. Hopefully, we can get your. What's your name on maybe next week? Hopefully she'll have a good connection.
Vanessa Bison. Yes.
Yeah, because I don't think enough room in her studio, in my studio for her. She wanted to come see the studio, huh?
Yeah. The high-tech.
Yeah, the high-tech studio. A high-tech studio over here. So, but we'll see what happens. So be sure to tune in next week Tuesday. That will be sheesh, November 24th. And we'll just be 2 days away from Thanksgiving, and we'll be like a month away from Christmas, and 35 days away from the new year 2021. I guess maybe that's a good thing. We can get out of 2020 alive. Maybe 2021 can't be any worse, right?
I don't know. 2021 be like, oh, 2020, you thought you were badass? Here, hold my beer. And then, oh boy.
Yeah, so, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, look at my shirt. It says Oneaters. If you don't know who the Oneaters are, they're the best band ever.
So what does the bottom say though?
Well, okay, so the bottom has other names.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the reason why is because that's just like the take on the Ramones, their famous shirt. Has other names on it. So,
where'd you get that from?
I got Quincy. He had it. He's like, dude, you should get it, man. We could be Oneater brothers. So I got it online.
Oh, okay.
And,
that's a very cool.
That thing you do, breaking my heart into. Yeah. So, the Oneaters. Anyway.
All right. Let's give it a wrap. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back next week, Tuesday, right here, Aloha State of Mind podcast. So definitely stay safe out there. Take care of your loved ones, and just be practice common sense, practice a little bit of aloha, and you should be fine out there. I'm sure you'll be fine. So, all right. Till next week. Wish you guys nothing but peace, love, and aloha. You guys have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Wherever you are, you're living aloha. Wherever you go, your soul is aloha. Wherever you've been, you're living aloha. About yourself is always aloha. Aloha is a state of mind. 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 When you're with family, you
Aloha!